Brigade. I'm Gio.
I'm Mark Smelly Bell.
I'm Lou.
I'm Simon Mike.
Hey, where'd your chin go?
All three of them.
What?
Huh? All three what?
Where did what?
What is he
Did you
talking?
say chin?
Yeah, where did they go?
There's three of them.
Oh.
1, 2, 3,
1,
4. I
2,
count
3,
4.
4, 5.
Oh my God.
I got more chins than you can bench.
Oh, you can't even see. He's got a furry beard.
Hey,
That was one of those slow creeper jokes, you know, when it
sensitive
sinks
subject,
in.
bro.
Mark will fix those.
True.
All right, speaking
baby
of
pecs.
sensitive subjects, this is not a sensitive one at all. I just wanted your attention.
Oh.
Why do you think more people should be powerlifting, and what are the benefits in doing it?
Compared to anything?
Yeah.
Lead the way, Smelly.
I think powerlifting helps solve a lot of problems. I have people that will come to me and say that their back hurts. I have people that come to me that say they want to lose body fat. I have people that want to get stronger, and the answer is always powerlifting. Powerlifting will make you stronger. By making you stronger, it will make you have more muscle. By having more muscle mass, it will help you to lose more body
Usually.
fat. And
Not
it helps-
always.
Yeah, not in all cases, as these
Results
two guys.
may vary.
That's two guys. He pointed you out to.
But powerlifting can have a huge impact on body composition, your overall strength. Obviously, that's kind of the main focus to it. And just because you powerlift doesn't mean that you can't look good and you can't stay in shape. And just because you powerlift doesn't mean you can't add in a little bit of bodybuilding into the mix too. But powerlifting to me is always the answer. It's always the solve to help people get healthier, help people get stronger, help people get in better shape.
Yeah, I agree. I think kind of just barbell movements in general are the way, and powerlifting tends to be the way because Olympic lifts and weightlifting tend to be a little too technical, and the expertise is even harder to find. The expertise in powerlifting is already kind of hard to find, and then weightlifting is almost a level above that. So, you know, snatch, clean and jerk, and all their variations can help a lot, but to get the proper coaching for that is harder than it is to squat, bench, dead, overhead press, row, and chin up. Just with like those bases, you can get a lot done. And like Mark said, you know, a little bit of the stereotype is, oh, powerlifting's all like a bunch of meatheads or fat and whatever. But like, if you strictly powerlift, which is starting to become very common in figure, bikini, physique, and then watch your diet on the side, I think that's kind of the best of both worlds.
You like bikini?
I love it. I did a
You
show
like
like
bikini?
4 years ago.
We know.
It's like this, sticking my butt out.
I don't
color-
think that's a pose.
What color
I wanted
bikini?
to know the same
You
thing.
got to stand up and show that pose. That was weird.
I don't think that was a pose.
The one that you go like this.
Yeah, why are your arms doing that? I don't think their arms do that.
Oh, so you can see your balls from
Yeah.
behind? What color bikini was it?
Green.
Oh, that was
And,
bad.
heel,
I
and
believe it.
heels? What color?
They were clear.
Oh, you're that kind of bikini.
Ah,
That's my favorite.
wow.
Why do you think that a lot of like these, you were saying, figure competitors are
Yeah.
jumping on more powerlifting routines?
I think strength sports in general have gone through a wave here where probably 40s, 50s, 60s, even into the 70s, guys like Arnold obviously trained with all these barbells because there weren't as many gimmicks, contraptions, and machines around. Then people started to get a little creative and maybe made some awesome pieces. There's some pieces like a hammer strength stuff, awesome
Lots
pieces.
of machines.
Even cables are good, but then they started to go a little bit overboard. And now people are figuring out where this line of kind of necessary, unnecessary is. And there's tons of machines that can help, and there's tons of machines that are great when you're beat up, or like Mark said, to add the bodybuilding side in, but the barbell kind of always has to be the base. And I think that's what these bikini girls that are made for bikini that want to go into bikini often can't put on a lot of muscle. Like that's why they're like, oh, I'll be good at bikini. So to put on that muscle, they really have to give a ridiculous stimulus, and the best stimulus is squat, bench, dead, overhead, chin, row, right? So they all go that way, and the same for guys. Like, sure, there's some guys that just pack on muscle doing push-ups and chin-ups, but the majority of guys have to work really fucking hard. You know, to get that jack took 20 years. To get this jack took 6 months. To take this jack took like 6 years, you know? So like, to do all these things takes a really long time, and we have to get as much stimulus and as much out of our workout as we can. Rather than hitting 20 machines, we hit those 5 or 6 lifts.
Sounds to me like there's a barbell brigade going on.
There sounds like it.
It's going to break out everywhere. Barbelling all over.
I feel like people don't realize that like powerlifting isn't just about like maxing out all the time. Like people don't realize that powerlifters, like you technically shouldn't be maxing out all the time. It's not going to create efficiency and consistency, but powerlifting can help promote a lot of greater bone density, especially for like older people. It can help fight against muscle atrophy, which is also really good. You know, these these big, large movements are also stimulating a lot of like your hormones, you know, a lot of testosterone production
Why
as
are
well.
you talking all smart right now?
I'm sorry.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry.
What are you, a doctor?
I am.
We don't even know you. Where's Lou?
You don't know his skills, man.
Yeah,
No
man.
You don't know my skills?
I don't know my skills.
Promotes Wolf's Law. Oh.
You don't know
Wait,
his
what's law?
Wolf's Law is a law that.
Wait, you have to cross your legs and go into nerd mode.
Yeah, you have to put
You have to
glasses
say it
on.
Now
like
put
this.
your glasses on.
Oh, really?
What's Wolf's Law? I don't think nerds do that.
Oh, okay.
Just glasses. Nerd's
Well,
Law.
Wolf's Law. What
Different
it's-
nerd voice.
What Wolf's Law states. I can't
He
do
turned
it.
into a frog.
I can't do it. I think I'll look better like a nerd.
Okay, go, nerd boy.
All right, so Wolf's Law states that you're exposed to a certain amount of stress for a period of time. Your body will adjust to that or adapt to that.
Oh, really?
I like it.
Yeah.
I think what Professor over here is trying to say is that when you bench squat and deadlift, that it gives you the best opportunity to lift the most amount of weight. Whenever you do a clean or a snatch or an overhead squat, a lot of these other movements don't allow you to use that much weight. Using the greatest amount of weight is going to give you the biggest stimulus.
And it's empowering. I think that's the same reason these bikini and more females are getting into the sport, and us. You know, like it feels good to lift 500 pounds off the ground, even if it's not a world record. It just feels good mentally and
Last
physically.
some Miley Cyrus and
Feels
feel awesome.
Feels great to bench
It is great.
225 for the last 6 years.
It is good because it's like the movement's so basic. It's like anyone can really catch on fairly quickly
Right.
and fairly decently. But then at least for, you know, from a female perspective, it's cool because it's like you don't think you're physically that capable, but then when you see it and it's, again, very basic and you're like, oh, this plate is 45 pounds. I can do this for how many reps?
Yeah.
Whoa, this is tight. Like I'm a boss ass bitch, you know?
I'm a
It's
boss
great.
ass bitch.
It's great.
I think we all are.
Not,
It's also like
not a
how-
basic bitch, right?
No, I'm never a basic bitch. I want to be a boss ass bitch. That's what
I as well. Oh, you are? Leader of the boss ass bitches.
Oh no, before things get kind of crazy, as you all know, we are all powerlifters. Now, what would you guys change about powerlifting to make it more exciting?
Here goes Mark. You're getting
Let's
them
go,
revved
Mark.
up.
Let's
Make
go.
powerlifting more exciting.
You got that experience.
Are we
You got that
getting
experience, Mark.
Are we getting more exciting to watch?
Yes.
Yeah. More exciting to watch. Hit them.
Hit him.
We talk about this a lot.
More exciting to
Whip
watch
and
and just more exciting to do. So that's two.
We need ring girls. Number one. Game over. Ring girls.
Why?
With like and Lou going to bench 295. Like that.
That's not that much weight. I don't think people will be excited to watch that. I think you'll lose viewers on it. I think
Everyone's hating on you because you're squat and everything else is
I
dope.
know.
Yeah, you got great glutes, all
Hey,
right?
man, that's true.
Yeah.
I think there's a bunch of stuff that could be done with powerlifting to change it and to mix things up a little bit. I think an online presence would be great, you know, being able to lift and rank yourself against other people around the country, kind of the way that CrossFit does it with the CrossFit Open. So being ranked in your region and in your state, I think would motivate and excite people if they benched 295.
And they're
they
110th in LA.
110th in the area. They'll be inspired to kind of move up the ladder and move up a little further. So some sort of online contest or meet of some sort I think would really help. Doing repetitions would really help too, to kind of just, whether it's via the internet or just via like some giant event where you have people do 300 for reps and 500 for reps, because if you do 300 for reps, you're going to be able to include a lot of people, except for him. You'll be able to include a lot of people, but like even like Silent Mike and myself can try to compete against somebody like Brian Shaw, who's a monster, who deadlifts 1,025. If we're just deadlifting 3 plates,
Or if we're squatting,
you
the
know,
three of
who's-
us could go
who's to really
500
say
for
like
reps.
who would be able to
Yeah.
get the most amount of reps or stuff,
Yeah,
something like that.
that'd
So
be
you'd have to have like some unconventional means to make powerlifting better. Powerlifting as we know it now, I don't think will ever really grow into the sport that it can. So somebody does need to shake things up and do things a little differently. I do think including a lot of people would be cool because it would help with participation. But including a lot of people, I think, can also potentially hurt the real dynamics of the sport, which is lifting like a motherfucker and lifting really heavy shit.
Yeah.
And so people still want to see those monsters lift. And in order to do that, you have to cut out everybody else. You have to cut out 95% of the population. They cannot be part of the event. They can't lift. They can only really watch it. They can't participate in it because they're just simply not strong enough. So if you had 5 guys, heavyweight, 5 guys 5 guys, middle or lightweight or whatever, and they just duked it out. I think that would probably be the best possible way to do it. Have good cash prizes, have the best lifters in the world, and just place at the same time every year, kind of make it a Super Bowl. Make the stakes so high that people can't refuse it and they can't go anywhere else, and they can't talk about drug-free or not drug-free, or they can't talk about like this federation, that federation, or this type of equipment versus that type of equipment. They would just have to go to it like, fuck it, dude, there's 250 grand on the line, I'm going to that shit.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest issue is that a unified federation, unified rules, or at least some kind of more general regulations, and then the people within these federations, meaning the lifters, not the people that run them, it's the lifters that are a bunch of dickheads. Like, oh, losing sleeves, what a bitch, he can't handle wraps, and then Lou's like, oh, Mike needs a mono because he's a bitch, and like, oh, Smelly needs his head up on the bench, he's a bitch. Like just chill. We're all moving weight. Whatever the regulations are, let's make them a little bit maybe broader, and then let's make them unified so that scoreboard can happen. There's websites, and people get their own analytics, even on Reddit. I think someone recently put all these stats up, but there's so many different federations, so many different rules, so many variables. And then the people that are on these rankings, even at the top, are talking mad shit. Like Michael Jordan isn't talking shit to Kobe. Like, he respects him for what he does, even though they do things maybe a little bit differently or whatever. And once we start to kind of lift this sport in a little bit more positive light, I think it'll be better off.
I can smell your burp.
So pretty good. That's Portuguese sausage, French toast, bacon, eggs, coffee, and a Monster.
That's a powerlifting
Did you kind of
diet.
smell that combination?
That's a powerlifting diet. Lou's getting hungry.
I smelled it. But I do agree with you, though. I do agree with you. I haven't put enough thought to think of ideas to really make the sport better, because for us, it could even be a little boring even for us just to be there for a whole day.
It's long.
Because it is long. There's a lot of pausing, and people don't really like that. People like fast action sports. Even football is pretty fast paced. I think even more now so than ever. Basketball and soccer.
What about sports like golf? It's huge.
I think it is.
But it's also a really old sport. It's been around for a very long time.
But even weightlifting does well. If you go to you need a clear path to be the best.
Yeah.
USAPL does a pretty decent job of it, where you win this meet or you qualify in this meet, then you go to this meet, then you go here, and then you're at the World Championship. Yeah. There's not a clear path. And then when the IPF is pretty legitimate, but then all these other federations have state this and regional that, but they don't mean anything. Yeah. Anybody can hop in, like Mark said. You kind of have to start eliminating people if you want it to be legit.
I think so too.
Yeah. People understand golf very, a lot easier. I don't know much about golf, but I know when you get the ball in the hole that you move on to the next hole, right? Yeah. And I think everybody kind of recognizes that. And there may be some deviations of some rules that happen here and there, but for the most part, that's the rules. And you keep progressing until you do 18 holes, right?
And when you turn it on and it's on ESPN, it's the top 10 best motherfuckers on the planet.
Right.
You're not going to see Lou out there fucking chipping away and hacking at the fucking field,
Yeah, and I think that's why I agree a lot with what Mark just said, is because powerlifting is a simple sport to understand. I brought my parents to one of my powerlifting meets. I didn't have to explain too much other than the kilos to pound conversion, because we operate on pounds here, but I feel if you cut out 95% of the people and it's all the top dogs, they would be hyped. They know that 500 pounds is not lightweight, and if they see this dude squatting it for whatever, or a girl squatting that, they'd be like, holy crap, mind blowing. I think it'd be super.
Yeah. I think another part of it that would make it really interesting too is to have a round robin where, if us three are the best and we're similar body weight, if we lift 700. And then it progresses to 800, 900. You're gonna see me hit 700, he hits 700, he hits 700. We all go to the next round. It's very clear. We all made the lift. We're all moving to the next round.
Strongman.
800 pounds, I make it, he makes it, he misses it. Now it's me and him. Now we're both trying 900.
Cool.
Or however the amount of weight would jump, 50 pounds or whatever it would be. But it'd be very clear to the audience, that guy made it, that guy missed it. That guy's in, that guy's going the next round. That guy missed it.
Not this guy.
That's pretty cool too. Imagine watching the 10 top dogs just duking it out to hit the heaviest weight possible.
And one guy's super pumped to bench, the other guy's super pumped to deadlift.
Strongman does a decent job of some of that stuff, where it's whatever deadlift, it's 700 pounds, and you do it as many reps as you can. You do as many reps, and then I do, and then it doesn't even matter the weight. It's just that the viewers know it's heavy, and then whoever does the most reps wins.
And it looks ridiculous because it's like a car.
Yeah, it's a truck.
It's crazy.
And then the other thing is those announcers. sports, I haven't watched recent years, but back in the day were amazing. Me and Mark talk about this in all strength sports, is they compared things. Like you said, your parents are a great example of what's popular right now. People use household names. If your parents know it, then it's probably popular. So if you do something where Mark's benching 600 pounds and the announcer says, oh, it's a 600-pound bench press weighing 275, your parents are like, I don't know if that's good. It sounds, this guy's bench pressing a Suzuki fucking truck. And then they're like, oh, you know? And so once people decide to hire me and Mark to announce these things, maybe we can lift this goddamn sport.
There you go. There are the answers.
But I think it does come down to what you said, just the uniformity of everything. You know, like if you compare it to how golf is organized, like everybody's under like one banner. You know, with powerlifting, just like you mentioned earlier, it's way too spread out. There's too many. There's like federations popping up left and right with different rules, different regulations, different equipment, and that's not bringing us together.
Confusing.
That's confusing, and that's actually separating us even more, you know, and actually drifting the sport apart even more because of the different rules. Like some people have to bench with their feet flat, some people, you know, and I'm just like, at the end of the day, it's like about how much weight you can put up, you know, and I think that's the most important part, to try to get everybody.
You also
together.
really need to profile the lifters and talk about each person's life. Mike does this, he does that. His dad passed away years ago. Here's his lifelong dream is to do ABC. To talk about me, to talk about him, to talk about the life story, really pull people in. And now people are excited, like, man, I'm cheering for this guy.
Emotionally
Just like you do at the Olympics.
The Olympics is the best.
All those
boxing as
profiles,
well.
you're crying the whole time you're watching all of it. And now all of a sudden you care about downhill skiing, where you never cared about fucking downhill skiing a day in your life, right?
That's true. Well, there you have it, folks. If you guys have any other questions, please leave them in the comments below.
gotta
Until
dab it, right?
next time.
Dab it.
Oh, shit.
Deuce.
Would you say that it's necessary to train with a partner in order to get stronger?
Hell yeah.
I think, yeah, you need some good people around you to be able to lift some big weights.
So you do.